Okay, so my name is Junpei, Junpei Nomura, and from Tokyo, Japan. And what to say next? Today? Yes, I came here like a school trip and learn Croatian food and like Croatian, no, like creative, some things, stuff.
Have you tried any of the dishes that you cooked today?
No, never. Just in Japan we eat like casual food, like pizza or like so. So I never eat like artistic food and cheese food. So I enjoyed it today.
Could you say, maybe you're gonna recook some of the things you saw today? Or?
I think it's difficult for me because in the spoon of the like dish it's difficult for me maybe. And
quit laughing, you guys. He's dying over there.
but in Japan, like a sushi shop, in sushi shop, there's a like something like that in the fish and like vegetable and fruits and with rice. So maybe we can eat in sushi bar and something.
And what have you learned about overall Croatian cuisine? How do Croats eat?
Yes,
what
yes.
do they drink?
Before come here, Ireland, there is no Croatian national traditional food. So I never know there is a like so delicious food here. So I'm so glad to eat. And the cheese one is I love that one. Yes, I love cheese.
Do you know how to pronounce it? What is it called?
Can you pronounce?
Strukli?
Sturkri. Sturkri. Sturkri.
It's good. And what has been your favorite thing so far about today? It's only two, but you know.
Croatian food. Like I like the mashed potato with some sauce, like meat sauce, maybe that one, or that one. Yes.
What do you think?
So tell us your name.
My name is Rintaro Yamamoto.
And what are you doing today?
I'm just learning the Croatian food and Croatian wine, some song.
What have you been learning so far about the Croatian food?
Okay, it's a tough question because I wasn't listening almost time. Okay. Yeah, I learned there are a lot of traditional food in Croatia, and it depends on the area. And I saw like a map, and there are a lot of food, and it also divided into the area. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised because I've been in Croatia almost 3 months, but I haven't seen a lot of Croatian food, so that's why.
What do you think so far of the food? Like, what have you tried?
Try not to touch the cable because it
Okay.
makes sounds when you like touch it.
Okay.
It's fine. Just
Okay.
don't touch it.
So, what kind of foods have you tried today from Croatian cuisine?
Yeah, I tried 2 food, but I forgot the name.
Okay. First, you tried carpaccio.
Carpaccio. Yeah,
Carpaccio, strukle. Is that what we tried?
Bread.
And cornbread. You love the cornbread.
Yeah, cornbread. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll just like re-ask you about that. Yeah. So, what kind of foods have you tried today?
I had cornbread and carpaccio and something like that.
Strukli.
Yeah, strupli.
Yeah. And which one of these has been your favorite?
Cornbread.
Cornbread.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
With pumpkin seeds oil.
Pumpkin
It's
seed.
perfect.
And šta još smo pitali?
Pitamo za Ono, kužiš, da li će ona nešto od toga napraviti kad se vrati doma?
Do you think you're going to take any of the foods that you've learned today and maybe make them when you come back to Japan?
Yeah, if I have a chance. But yeah.
Da, ali kužiš, oni opet ja mogu, ja sam u stanju da odgovorim.
I mean, this question is when I'll go back to Japan.
Yeah. It's more, or we could.
I mean,
Just briefly.
Yeah. The difference. Let's say. Is there a distinct difference between Japanese cuisine and Croatian cuisine to you? And do you think that Croatian cuisine is maybe too different for you to maybe take back home with you, or do you think that maybe you could try making Croatian food in Japan?
It means I could try by myself. Oh, I don't think so.
He doesn't cook? Okay, that's a short question. We're not gonna ask that again.
Šta još može? Pa ne mogu pitati ništa o engleskom.
No, you did so well. Yeah, seriously, your answers were great.
Okay.
Really good.
We love the pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin seed.
Pumpkin
Oh, that's it?
Neki kažu u Hrvatskoj.
Da, isto tako da.
Ne znam, ja sam mislila možda to sutra u Opatiji.
Ne možeš sad reći.
What do you think so far of your stay in Croatia? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying.
Yeah, like maybe
More.
when I asked that, like,
What is your
answer more.
do you have 3 top things you love about Croatia?
What?
Any 3 top things?
3 of your
best
favorite things about Croatia.
Cathedral in Zagreb. In Croatia.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I mean, if it's in Zagreb as well, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you reply, just say like, "Oh, I like this." And, yeah.
I like a cathedral in Zagreb, and also I like Croatian food, and also I like Croatian wine.
That's great.
It's great?
Really good.
Okay.
Thank you. High five.
Thank you.
Yeah, good team.
So I'm really glad that we have some Japanese students in Kulin School. I'm glad that I could present them our wine program. We learn a lot about world wines, but also Croatian wines, which is our dominant theme in the class. I would really like for them to take home a bottle of Croatian wine, which it seems they liked a lot, and would like them to soak up a little bit of our wine drinking culture, and especially food and wine pairing part, because I think it kind of like interested them, and I think they'll develop in the future in those sorts of gastronomy ways.
Nice. I samo možda onaj dio kao what surprised them the most is I got a lot of questions about why.
Aha, može to. I got a lot of questions about drinking. How much wine do we drink? So they asked me how many days a week do I drink wine? And I said every day. So they asked, so that's healthy? And I was like, no, definitely not healthy. I do not recommend drinking every day because wine lovers are not people who drink wine 1 glass a day. That's the biggest problem behind wine lovers. It is healthy, but just 1 glass a day.
Okay.
Evo.
Što možemo još? Ja nemam pojma kako Japan stoji sa vinom.
Ne znam ni ja, nisam uopće se uputio. Znam da rade lakšu i težu varijantu sakea, kao rižinog vina. Ako je teža varijanta, onda već ide u likerska, ta teža alkoholna pića, ali u biti nemaju, oni imaju tradiciju kupovine vina jaču i trgovanja nego što imaju proizvodnju. Uglavnom kupuju vinarije po Europi. investiraju njihovi fondovi u vinarije po Bordeaux.
So there's a trend of Japanese investors.
There's a trend of Japan investors investing in the French regions and rebuilding some old family wineries and such. And basically, it's more of an import of wine from France and better known wine producing country that it's localized production in Japan, which is growing, but it's the thing of the climate. Japan has a lot of humidity, so a lot of rain seasons, which doesn't help wine growing in the end. So that's probably the reason they don't grow their own as much as they need.
Not like adding a lot of food or anything, but Croatian food is like mixing a lot of, for example, fruits and the spices. Yeah. So I think it's different.
Yeah, me too. I think that I was so surprised today. So that is their main dishes. It has to be meat in Croatia. In Japan, it doesn't not matter. So I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice. And about wines, did you learn anything about wines that surprised you? Because in Japan you don't really drink that much wine.
Yeah. And I didn't know that there's a lot of kind of wine. It fits with like food.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's a lot of kind of wine, and they open it with food that matches this. So it's really nice.
Okay. Cool.
And I learned that white wine is more drink in Croatia than red wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yes.
How are you doing? Okay, are you already recording? Ček, ti ozbiljno? O, pa ja sam se pobacivala.
Ajmo,
Mislim se
super je bilo ovo.
Ajde neka. Okay. Dobro čujem.
Čuje se.
Okay, I'm just checking if the audio is
Okay.
Kad se nek ponovio samo, rekao je svoje ime i...
To možemo pri kraju.
A dobro, to ću nekako.
I'm talking.
So about your like overall stay in Croatia so far, what have your experiences been? How's it been? Did you expect something different when you were coming here, or and how has your English improved? Has it improved?
I don't really think so, because I living with 4 different Japanese girls, so I don't really have opportunity to speak English so far. But I can learn a lot of Croatian culture, like this trip, and we took the Croatian culture class when we are in summertime, and that class we learned a lot of Croatian culture, like history and like some like war and this stuff. And I think I know Croatian better than when I was in Japan, because in Japan I don't really know about Croatia, and when I get here, like I know like what is Croatian is, and it's completely different, and yeah, and I like it. I just like it, and yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think same as Kana, and so when I came to Zagreb, so it's first time to live with myself. So in Japan, I live with my family, so everything is really hard for me. So yeah, it's hard to get to the city. I don't know how to get to that one, but Croatian people is really nice, so it always help me. So I like Croatian.
Nice. Okay.
I think my favorite one is I don't know the name. The roll with inside has cheese on it. Strictly. Yeah, there is. I never try it, and it's so good. Yeah.
So my favorite one is the octopus with yellow web. It's very nice, and it's first time I have.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
It's okay.
Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, just like for why do we need that? I don't know. Could you just say your names?
Okay. Oh. No, like now. My name is Kano.
Yosuke?
I'm Kotaro.
Okay. And what have you learned today?
Today?
Today.
Yeah, okay. We actually learned a lot of things, but like I was really interested in the when the guy was talking about the wine.
Yeah, me too.
Because we drink a lot of wine actually, like a beer and a lot of alcohol. We are alcohol lover, but like we actually didn't really study much about wine. So that was a really good opportunity to get really know about the wine. Okay.
Yeah, and before we came here, I've heard of kind of we have some kind of wine tasting or something, and the guy who is kind of specialized in the kind of wine tasting, and he was really good, and
He's professional.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
professional, and I came to feel kind of combination of food and wine makes a difference.
You know what he said? Like he said, like food and wine support each other.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this guy knows his stuff.
Yeah,
So
right.
like, I was really excited
Yeah, it's
to
very
listen to
exciting.
him, and then like we got a lot of knowledge.
And also, there are so many kinds of food here
Yeah, I know. Like
in Croatia.
yeah, like and then like I asked them like is that all the cooked stuff is from the Croatia? Actually, the meals all from Croatia. So
You
like
guys, you guys are
okay.
so great. I would love to film you individually.
As well.
okay, but like we living together, so
Yeah, yeah.
and then also
like
we have
it's
an
just
interview
better.
together.
Yeah, we are in the same flat.
Yeah.
Like it looks better like on the camera, and we could hear you better. You guys are so good with your answers that we would like.
We didn't even need to ask you questions. You
You
just
just talk.
Once we start talking about alcohol, we
make it
talk
out
a
like
lot.
crazy.
No one can stop us.
Stop us, like we're happy to have an interview as a group.
Yeah.
So if you're really happy with it, we continue
Back to basics.
from beginning.
No, not from the beginning. We're just okay. You were mentioning something about like the wine. So
Wine, yeah,
what
yeah,
have you
wine.
learned about like the Croatian wine culture and?
Oh, okay. Like I'm not really sure. Like I didn't really remember what he said about Croatian wine. He just told us about some basic wine, but like he also told like in different regions we have a different wine in different regions. So they produce a lot of kinds, several different kind of the wine, and then like sometimes they produce wine for their culture. I mean their people, like the country people, and also they are prepared for like selling to America or something. So it actually not only for wine, but like it connects with some kind of business. So that was really good chance to know what is wine, what's the relationship between wine and the business is. Yes, I think it's perfect answer.
I don't think so.
How you feel?
Yeah, we mentioned with the girls previously that there was a difference between like how in Japan you drink wine and how you drink wine in Croatia.
As we mentioned before, like we just like to drink alcohol. We didn't really care how we drink or which kind of food is much is.
Yeah,
with
just
this
get
wine.
Yeah, just get high.
Just get the high and drunk.
Yeah.
Was a way to drink the alcohol. So from today, maybe we can change our style to just more enjoy the wine and the alcohol taste.
What have you learned today about Croatian food? What were like maybe your favorite dishes that you've tried so far, or do you have any other Croatian food that you like? You mentioned sarma.
Yeah, of course. I mentioned for today, for example, It looks actually really expensive plate, whichever they cooked. So it looks like French, but actually like there's some good food from Croatia, and then combined with together, and they make one of the plate dishes. So it was really amazing as a taste and also looking good. So like that was new finding, like a discovery for today. And I personally like sarma as one of the Croatian food, I believe. And that's a really, really used to, the taste was really used to me. There's some similar food in Japan as well, so I really became more like it. And also, there was some difference between the Japanese one and the Croatian one on the taste. So I really enjoyed some difference there.
And on to general questions about your stay in Croatia. How are you enjoying your time in Croatia?
Time in Croatia. Yeah, everyone asking me the same question, but I always answer I like the people here because there's some kind of mesa is where we have a lunch. We don't have any card. Like we need to actually have some kind of card to buy the meal. But like everyone just smile and then just let us borrow the card. I see the kind of personality there. Like they're smiling. They're really happy to help us. So I really surprised that in Japan probably if you ask the people probably they will give you the card, but like they're not really smiling or that's really small stuff. But I see there's some difference, different personality between my country and here. And also compared to my city from Tokyo, Tokyo is more modern city compared to Zagreb, but I still see a lot of nature here. And there's a lot of beautiful places to visit. And for our university at ZISM, there are a lot of international students, probably like 120 or something. So like cultures, mixed up, and then we can communicate to each other, like us as well. So like it's really a good chance to spend one of the semester for our university life. So I really enjoy the part of the, program, not program, but like this thing.
Would you say that whilst you're studying at ZSCM that your English has also improved and like your understanding also of other cultures as well?
Yeah, I reckon because some of my friends is having studied abroad in America, but like they say like there are a lot of American people, not really people from the France or European region. But in here we can listen to the people speaking the second language, speaking English as a second language. So like in the future, probably we start working in the cosmopolitan environment, but we still can understand the English from several countries. So like they have a lot of different accent, but it's really a nice chance to hear like a little bit different accent from different country people.
Would you recommend people, let's say in Japan or even just anyone in general, to take an exchange in Croatia?
Yeah, sure. Like study abroad is one of the biggest opportunity to expand your horizon, like expand your possibility for future. Maybe one of my friend said that he already changed what he really wants to do in the future after he came to the study abroad. So like it's nice time to face what you really want to do. Because you can do that by communicating with foreign people as well. If you're staying just inside of the country, like probably it's not gonna happen. So like it's a good way to have a study abroad or even European region to find some possibility for what you want to do in the future. So I would definitely recommend them to come to study abroad.
My name?
Your name?
I'm Kotaro.
Okay.
I'm from Japan.
So what have you learned today?
Today, so I had some kind of practice for wine tasting. And before I came here, I've heard that kind of we have some wine tasting activities here. And the guy told me kind of the combination of food and wine makes a difference. So we have to consider the wine, not only wine, but also food. So what kind of food match the wine and each other?
kind of that. And also there are so many kinds of food in Croatia. It depends on the region. For example, Istria or kind of east side and west side, south side are kind of that. Okay, sorry.
And what have you learned today about like Croatian food? Have you experienced any new dishes? Have you gotten to taste some new things that you haven't yet tried whilst you've been in Zagreb?
Today, kind of everything was new for me because I've just eaten cevapi and odrzak. Yeah, just two. I've tried Croatian food. So today it's really fresh for me, and I had a really good time. And I came to know new dishes in Croatia. So now I feel like I want to kind of go to new restaurants to find good food here.
And what has been your favorite thing that you've tried today? You've tried cornbread, you've tried strukli, which is the cheese thing.
Yeah.
You've tried octopus with polenta. You've tried, what else have you tried?
Some kind of fish?
Carpaccio.
Yeah, carpaccio. I like carpaccio the best. That and also cornbread. Yeah, before 1 month ago I went to kind of bakery and bought a kind of one bucket, but I didn't know what it was. But now I can say it was cornbread. Yeah, but it's really good.
And is there like a difference between the cuisine here and the cuisine in Japan? Is it like very different?
Very different. Yeah, because usually we have kind of rice in the meal, but in Croatia rice is not famous. And here there are so many bakeries in kind of city or around my house, but in Japan there are only few bakeries, and we don't have kind of any big bakery brand in Japan. So for example, Murinar or kind of Pekarna is really kind of new for me. Yeah.
And moving on to more general questions.
Okay.
So how have you found your time so far in Croatia? Have you enjoyed it? Has there been any highlights in your experience so far here?
I found the Croatian people are a little bit lazy. Yeah, but I can. But no, I don't. I don't want to say kind of it's bad. It's a very good character of Croatian people, because in Japan, kind of we push ourselves every time, and for example, we have to be punctual, or we have to go to work and work really hard. But here, kind of Croatian people feel kind of free, kind of that. So I can live here really easily without any stress. So this country is much better to live than Japan.
And what have been some of your favorite things so far in Croatia?
In Croatia, just kind of sightseeing.
Možeš samo ponoviti tvoje pitanje na primjer? Da budeš ponovi pitanje. Mislim, da odgovorim moje favorite thing in Croatia.
Okay, just adding on. So when I ask the question, let's say if I'm asking you what your favorite thing is, then can you say like my favorite thing, you know? Just because when we make the video, we're not going to have me talking. It will be only your responses.
Okay.
So then I'm just going to ask it again and then just repeat and then add the answer.
Okay.
Basically. Is that good?
Okay.
Sweet. So what have been like your favorite things in Croatia that you've seen?
Kind of my favorite here is kind of just sightseeing, because there are so many beautiful places. For example, Pritovice Lakes, or of course Cathedral is really beautiful for us. And the price of a commodity is very lower than Japan. It means I can live with just fewer money, a little money, and many people are very kind for foreigners. In Japan, generally we are a little bit shy for foreigners, and not so many people can speak English and foreign language. But here, most young people in Croatia can speak English, so I can communicate with each other. So I like it. That's good for foreigners.
Would you say that whilst you've been living in Croatia and studying at ZSCM that your English has improved?
English has, a little bit improved. When I was 16, I've stayed in Seattle in Washington, in America. And also I have been going to some kind of English conversation school for 7 years. And, but here I got many friends, and they are from many countries. For example, Germany and French. Someone is from America and someone is from Turkey or Brazil. And they have each of them has a different pronunciation. So now I feel my ability to listening is improved a little bit.
And would you recommend people choose Croatia as their study abroad option? And would you recommend, your experience to others?
Yeah, of course, I would recommend. And compared to Japan, for example, in university, in one class, we have over 100 or 200 students in just one class. That's crazy. But for example, in ZSCM, at most we have 30 students, right? It means professor can take care of each student very easily, and students can feel some really close to professor. And there are so many fixed assets, and the rent fee is really cheap for students, so it's affordable for us. So it's a really good place to study abroad.
I think it was a really great event, and students can take from us some new experience of traditional European, but especially Croatian cuisine. So they will take, I think they will take a new approach of looking on the food, especially on diversity of the food. So a lot of seafood on the coast and a lot of meat on the south or southeast part of Croatia. And I hope maybe they can try to prepare some of our dish at home in Japan.
Nice. Okay. Awesome, right? Super. To je to zapravo.
Drugi.
Možda ako imate nešto.
Okay, someone. So yeah, they asked me a lot of questions especially about cheese. So they're not so familiar with cheese. So they try Paški syrup cheese from Pug Island. So it was really interesting for them. They like it, especially with some emulsion with olive oil, lemon, and honey. So maybe they will buy it and bring it to Japan and try to buy it somewhere in Japan because it's really popular.
Yeah, actually, I look at that way that students could actually take a small piece of Croatia, take with them in Japan. With this, actually, we show them where is Croatia placed, what is the historical background, and what is the meaning of our food, especially when you look at it in the region with the different influences and so on. I just hope that the students were satisfied with this, and they showed it with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of questions they asked about the food, and especially with pairing with the wines. I think they like it, and probably they will try to implement some things back home, and hopefully this is one new friendship with Croatia and Japan.
I love that. That was great.
Croatia is a very good place to live in and study. Yeah, Croatian people are very kind, and they are communicating to me. And my school, Zagreb School of Economics and Management, a lot of people from a lot of countries comes there, and we can communicate with theirs, and we can share their history and cultures and so on. Yeah.
And about Croatia, is there anything about Croatia that's could be a reason for someone to come? About the city, maybe?
Yeah. Croatia is very safety. Even girls can walk there at night. Yeah, it's very safety place. Yeah. And Croatia and price is very low. Yeah, we can enjoy the shopping.
Yeah, Sora. My name is Sora. Yes.
And what's your reason? Why would you recommend to a Japanese student, maybe a friend of yours, to come and attend this program and come to Croatia?
I recommend the people live in Japan because.
Wait, just can you start again? Because I was like speaking and then. Okay, now.
Okay. Oh, okay. I recommend to live and study in Croatia because the price is very lower than Japan, and also there are so many really good colleagues and from so many countries, like not only Europe but also other places. And then I can get really so many, how can I say, I can learn a lot of people's point of view from each country, and then and also I think Croatia is really safe country too, so that's why I recommend.
Nice.
Yeah.
And maybe is there something about the culture that you like? Cultural differences to Japan and Croatia. Is there something you can say about that?
Okay. I think. Just a moment, please.
Don't worry, we can delete everything.
Oh, really?
Just start the sentence from the start.
Okay. The differences between Croatia and Japan. I think in Croatia, transportation is really easy for me because Japan is so close and so many lines are here, especially in Tokyo, And there are so many people in Japan, but I think only fewer people. So that's why I like it there to live.
Nice. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We recommended Croatia because it is very safe and it is easy to travel around Europe. Actually, I've been to 8 countries for 1 semester, and because there are a lot of delicious food, especially cheese and wine and seafood. The place, it is a great place to try seafood.